as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Mendoza. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First play of the period, first down here. The lone back's got it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Makes the grab. It's Hardy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Direct snap. And some room to work. There he goes!
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Vols in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. Oh, he's got some space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Snagged in the middle, it's Jordan. Breaks the tackle. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Gonna sling it on second down. Snagged out of the air. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
The Volunteers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to run, it's Jordan. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pressure in his face and he lets it fly. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. Looking downfield, it's Hurts. Catch in the middle, it's Royer. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Jordan. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Vols look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw again. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Volunteers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They want to run this quarterback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, as a defense, your eyeballs get so big when that QB takes off and runs. And what great effort by the quarterback to lay out, but the defense does a great job getting to him, getting him on the ground, stopping him short.
And a quick shuffle pass underneath. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback, when you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Back to pass, it's Hurts. Still looking, on the move. Took a shot as he threw. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. So we open the final period with a third down play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown ball! They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one.
Wide open on the right. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hurts. Fires to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
This time he's got it. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. got his man downfield. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Quick strike through the air for the score. And they'll try to tack on 2. Dropping back, it hurts. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. All down inside the 5, at the 4 after the pick. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He wants to take the top off, and he's got it inside the 10. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Vols are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Quarterback adapting. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Turning it on. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Open space at the 25. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. He smashes his way through again. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He's got it on the move. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Blasted as he lets it go. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Pass to 50. The 30. The 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Volunteers! When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.